there, friends. Nibs again, out in the garage doing a little bit of goofing around today, and I wanted to do another installment of the Trigger Pull Thursday. Got a really good crowd of people doing this now. Really pretty cool. Every gamut of gun you could think of, 22s and center fires and all kinds of stuff. I'm doing a lot of air guns, but today we're going to be taking a look at a pistol from my collection that is a pretty special pistol. I've seen a one or two others of like this, but this one is pretty much a one of a kind Smith & Wesson revolver that's had quite a bit of work done to it. It is clear, no cartridges in the chamber, no cartridges even out here on the bench at all, so we are completely safe. But this one started out life as a Smith & Wesson Model 10-5, which puts it in probably the early 80s. I never really did spend the time to try to put a date range on this particular revolver. I know this modification work was probably done in the 90s on it, from what I've been able to find. But what we have is a let me see, are these Pachmeyers? Yeah, these are Pachmeyer grips. I really like Pachmeyer grips. For guns that I shoot, the guns that I collect, I like to have the original grips for, but for ones that I actually go take out and shoot, Pachmeyers are hard to beat, so they're very comfortable, very nice. But this one was customized by the Bill Davis company in California back in the 90s. And it was intended for a very specific, so you can see right there it says Davis, and then on this side it says Bill Davis. And they called this the Aristocrat gun sight from, I think Aristocrat is actually a separate company, but Davis used that. It could have been their company too, but the upper sighting piece is from Aristocrat. But this gun is purpose built for a specific type of shooting competition called the PPC, which is Police Precision Competition or something like that. Basically this gun was purpose built to shoot in that competition, and they shoot 7 yards, 25 yards, and 50 yards with these revolvers. And it actually has really nice rear sights. You get that zeroed, and then this front post actually has detents for 7 and 25 and 50 yards, and the front blade moves up and down to get you zeroed into those specific ranges. So I'm not sure. I've only really shot it at like 10 yards, playing around with it. I've never shot with in the competition, any kind of competition like that. But I just thought it was such a cool gun and was one I just had to have. But this thing has an amazing trigger. I have a number of Smith & Wesson guns. Almost all of them are bone stock, never been touched by anybody. And they have really nice triggers, but this one is just a phenomenal trigger. It's just, all the internals have been polished, I'm sure, and even the double action is just like glass. I mean, it's got a little weight to it, and we'll pull both the double and the single, but it is so smooth. You feel no resistance, no grit, nothing there. And then the single action is just no movement at all, and it just breaks. Whoever tuned this trigger, it is a absolute magician. So, but let's go ahead and get our trusty Lyman trigger gauge out. And that one will shoot. It'll shoot normal 38 specials, but I'm pretty certain it was set up for shooting wad cutters, because at 10 yards I can just about make a clover out of that with my 6 shots. So But let's go ahead and we'll do 3 pulls with the double action. I have not measured this, so I'm not sure. I'm going to guess 5 to 6 pounds with the double action, which is really light for double. But I'm gonna clear that. I was holding the receiver, which was going to cause, which would cause erroneous pressure on that. Okay. Oop. I didn't. Okay. 6 pounds, 14 ounces. It sure does not feel that heavy, as smooth and buttery as it is. So that one was 5 pounds, 15 ounces. And let's do one more. Okay, 6 pounds, 13 ounces. That gives us an average of 6 pounds, 9.2 ounces. If anybody's, you guys are familiar with double action triggers, 10, 12 pounds is not uncommon for a double action trigger. And this one is just so smooth. It definitely does not feel like a 6 pound trigger. But let's go ahead and do our single action pulls here. So let's clear that guy and reset it. And here we go. Two pounds, 4.6 ounces. So I think they may have specific rules about how light the trigger could possibly be. Again, 2 pounds, 4.6 ounces. And one more. And 2 pounds, 8 ounces. So a lot of shooting competitions, which gives us a average of 2 pounds, 2.7 ounces. So a lot of shooting competitions, and I know our Bullseye League is like this, has a very specific limit on how low you can go with your trigger pulls. So I think this probably would have a limitation like that as well. So, but there you go. That is my Bill Davis Smith & Wesson Model 10-5. Very cool. They jeweled the trigger, jeweled the hammer. It looks like it was color case hardened to start off with, which it still is. But then they actually jeweled the sides of it as well. So, but that is pretty cool. Very nice, just a nice shooting gun too. Just it's heavy, so there is absolutely no recoil with even hot 38 special rounds. Just a joy to shoot. So anyway, there you go. Check out Ron Wayne's channel down below. Thanks, Ron, for starting up this series. Till next time, have a great day.